Well, welcome in for this, the men's final. It is Evan Williams, the left-hander, on court right now. You can see him in the blue against Joel Arscott in the red and black. And for Joel Arscott, it's his first PSA final, and it's a challenger as well. And for Evan Williams, he's been in a number of finals throughout his career, and was the winner of this particular tournament, albeit at a slightly different level last year. So winner of the Henderson Open last year, and of course the National Champs, which were held in November in 2020. And joining me now, Elijah Thomas. And Elijah, anything particular that we should look out for between these two players?
No, really, actually, early on, Joel liked to try and push in front, hustle on the tee. That's where he's strongest, and Evan will try and contain him, and have very good racket skills, Evan, so we'll be using those to his advantage.
You mean you played against Elijah? You played against Joel, sorry,
Yeah.
in what was it, the semi-finals yesterday? Yeah, the semi-finals. It was a busy day of matches, wasn't it?
Long day.
I mean, you beat Luamba in the quarters, and you lost to Joel. He's managed to get you the last couple of times you played, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got me in Nationals, yeah. And then I managed to get him the week after that back here, and then he got me last night, obviously. So always a good battle with him, for sure.
Yeah. Even if the score isn't so tight, you know that every point's a battle, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's always a battle with him.
Whereas Evan Williams, he's ranked in the top 100. And even though he's got that experience, and he's ranked highly, it hasn't all gone his way. He's had a couple of tough matches.
Yeah, definitely. He's been pushed by a lot of the boys this weekend, so...
I mean, that's been good.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Also, a little bit unusual, I think there's been two left-handers. Evan, I think Mason's Mars is lefty. Those are the only two lefties, so it's good for you guys to play against the left-hander.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Change of direction there. I think that's what he's probably going to try and do, is just play the line, play the wall, and then go across court.
He'll definitely be looking to, obviously Evan being lefty, he'll definitely be trying to target his backhand. He's a lot of lefties, Evan as well, naturally stronger on the forehand. Evan's very strong on his forehand, got a lot of variety and a lot of options there.
Is that because he's the left-hander, that he's just up to hold the ball, hold the shot a little bit longer?
Especially with Evan, you can see so many options on the forehand, just like you've shown there.
He's able to chop it a little bit more, or just flick.
Yeah, he's very, very deceptive. Yeah. Definitely got me a few times, that's for sure.
Well, you played against him here in the Henderson. That was your first time in the PSA final?
So this same tournament last year.
Yeah. Well, that's something that Joel needed to cut out. You don't want to give Evan a free point, do you?
Yeah,
any player, but particularly against someone like Evan.
Yeah. Maybe a few nerves to start off the match, which can be expected, big match for him, first final. So.
Well, it's also good ranking points as well.
Yeah,
and a couple of dollars, but some good ranking points will take him from, I think he's 248 in the world.
Yeah.
And it'll give him a nice little boost anyway.
Definitely.
And if you think over these next 5 to 6 weeks, there's, if you count in the Morrinsville tournament, there's no PSA points at Whakatane, I don't think. But if you count in all those tournaments, and you do okay at each one, you could really, nice boost.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very fortunate to be able to play and play for points. A lot of the world isn't, which is helps us get our ranking points up for sure.
Because after 5 to 6 weeks, you're all going to be match fit, and in theory, you would have had. Oh, that's a nice one. If you can do those 5 to 6 weeks, you're going to get a few points, a couple of dollars, and you'll be rearing to go into. I guess it's more of a domestic Interclub and things like that. But there's apparently going to be some tournaments in May, a few satellites, which will be great again. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's the best that can be done, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as I said, I mean, a very fortunate situation here. We're able to play a lot more PSA events than the rest of the world, so can't complain.
And for you, you're still at AUT, still at Tech?
Stop studying this year, just doing part-time work this year.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a bit of coin, save up, and when the world opens up, try and head overseas for my squash.
And by your part-time work or full-time work, is that what does that involve? Is that
Just out at a cafe.
okay?
Yeah, so
Nothing wrong with that.
can't say I make a good coffee, but
Well, you're not recommending us to go to the cafe just yet.
no, there's good coffees there. It's just I don't make them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, brings in the dollars. That's all that matters.
So midway through. We have that. So just wasn't too sure about the score by the sounds of it. Ooh. How did you find the corners? Particularly the forehand corner seems to drop away a lot. The ball seems to hit and just stay low.
Yeah, it drops quite a bit back, but
That's not unusual for most courts. There's
yeah,
always-
no, I find these courts quite nice to play on. Quite true these courts. But yeah,
No, we had it there.
great shots.
I'm not sure if Evan Williams had it one earlier.
Yeah, I've done it really twice, but I'm sure he would have killed it.
And great to have Aaron McGregor, Evan Williams' cousin. He's always very enthusiastic.
Number
When
one
he's-
supporter.
Oh yeah, and you know it. You hear it.
Yeah.
And he's just messaged through. Come on, cuz.
Yeah, missing him here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, nuts. Oh. I think that's okay, Ev. I mean, maybe ask the question, but I don't think on that one it's worth it because we're now at 6 apiece.
Great shot.
Nice check there by Evan. He was just seeing where his opponent was and where am I going
Didn't
to
rush.
put it.
Took his time.
So the national champs this year are going to be in Evan's backyard, effectively,
Yeah,
and he will have a lot of supporters, not
Yeah.
just Aaron. I mean, anybody who plays against him is going to have to back up
Yeah,
against all the supporters too. That'll be fun, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't have to come up to Auckland for the.
Yeah, he's always having to come here, and now
Gets
everybody's
playing
going to have to go.
Yeah, gets playing in his backyard.
Yeah, and that will be fun. I mean, imagine if you have a final like last time when it was Luwumba against Evan, went 5 games.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
that's in, Hutt City, that's going to be
Got lots of
That'll be fun.
supporters. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
It'll be a packed out court, and that's what we want with squash, is really showcase it as much as possible. Well, it's good work there from Joel to keep it going,
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty much part of his game, though.
Yeah, he's very, very fit. Can go for a long time. Experienced that firsthand last night.
Well, there you go, 2 unforced errors from Evan. And we've got the 9-7. certainly this is the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
Well played. So the advantage here, what I'm seeing though is both players letting the ball come back into the court rather than going forward and taking on the full.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's something you do a little bit. I mean, you prefer it almost back a little bit, don't you?
Yeah. Quite accurate length hitting from both them as well. So sometimes they're not able to volley as much.
Oh. What you call on that? Okay.
Rough call in my opinion, but
Yeah.
looks like Joel thought the same as well, but he's off.
I mean, the thing is, for someone like Joel, he's just got to go with it and say, hey, it was cool.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to change, is it?
No, exactly.
So, right, well, folks, we're back in for the second game of this, the final. And we have a message here saying, tell Evan that I've, well, I'm not going to tell him right now, Aaron, he's on court, but he's booked an Uber after that call. I'm on my way, and he's going to be supporting you. Great to have you, Aaron, and your support as well. Some people not particularly happy with that call, but a tough one for the refs when you don't have a replay. So 1 game to love in the final to Joel Arscott and Elijah Thomas. The strategy now for Evan, he shouldn't change anything, should he?
No, I don't think.
I mean, he hit 2 unforced errors in that,
two.
which pretty much cost him.
2 big errors, yeah. To be honest, I don't think Joel had to do too much, anything too special in that game. The errors from Evan, but he's just staying steady, staying consistent. So I'm sure Evan will want to cut out those errors and try and put Joel under a bit more pressure. But Joel keeps doing what he's doing.
It's a long first point. That was a long first point. Does it frustrate you as a player that it took so much to either have a let or just 1 point after all that? You're thinking, hey, what, you can call that a let?
Yeah, it can.
I mean, that wasn't a let, but sometimes you do so much.
Yeah, when you've worked so hard for a rally and then to play it again can be pretty frustrating.
Playing the ball. Yeah, nice play. But what he did then was come up to the tee and play it nicely on the full and up to drive it.
Yeah, definitely. So on that one nice and early.
Well, we have a message here for you, Elijah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what exactly that means, Elijah, but you're getting a few comments coming through. Well, they're really having to work hard for any point here. I mean, it's only 2-1, and these players moving all over the court. Probably like to see a little bit more variety in some of the shots, just even a lob in there.
Yeah.
They've been steady shots, don't get me wrong. Nothing spectacular as such, but I'd like to see just a change up of pace every now and then. Yeah, I don't think anybody can complain too much on that one. So when you play interclub, do you have to referee?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that? Is it just something you loathe?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Just whatever call I have, I just try and back it. Don't let them give me too much stick for it. It's a pretty tough job for sure. It's always going to be one player thinks it's a no let and the other thinks it's a stroke, so just got to go with your gut really.
Or in tennis juniors around the country, if you lost, you had to umpire the next match.
Right.
Which was such a great incentive to win.
Yeah, true.
That's better play. I mean, this is the thing here. We're seeing Evan really have to work. Oh, he's older than everybody in the draw, 31. Pretty much, I think there was in the men's draw maybe Lance Bulldogs at 27, a couple of 25s, and then it dropped down to the 21, 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
And even yourself was still a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, Evan's fit though. It's not like he's so old. I mean, hey, we just saw that with Shelly Kitchen at 41.
He's definitely got a lot of experience under his belt, so I'm sure it won't be anything new, but he's definitely had to work hard in this tournament.
I think that's what he likes, is having to work hard, isn't it?
Definitely.
You kind of get a bit, well, not bored, but it's like,
wouldn't.
if you want easy, it's like,
It's good that boys are pushing him.
It was nicely controlled, had it on his racket and just took the pace off. It's going to be difficult to get.
Yeah, very tidy.
You saw a little bit of the women's final, and great to see Shelly Kitchen.
She's still going.
Yeah. Great to see that forehand and even the backhand, which just whips it away from the body. Gee.
Yeah. Probably hits it harder than me.
Well, she's certainly, I would say, aside from Joelle, she's probably the hardest hitting female player at the moment in New Zealand.
She's definitely still a very strong player.
Yeah. And just looks right on the court. Just looks as though she can almost get out there with some of those PSA players, against the Egyptians and give them a real battle.
Very tough call there. Cheers, Brian. Appreciate it.
A few more messages coming through for Elijah. I'm sure Gabe and Matt might put something through shortly. Or they'll just probably yell it at you.
Yeah, they usually have something to say.
So it's pretty much what we expected in this match, for all both players having to work. We haven't seen anything too spectacular so far. In this particular game, a couple of errors from Joel, and the last one it was a couple from Evan. But no one's really been able to grab a lead just yet. It's interesting that of all you players that are similar, there's no one really. Yes, you got Lawamba at 149 in the world. But of the group of you, there's no one really saying, I'm the leader of this.
No.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see by the end of these next 5 weeks.
Yeah, sure. For sure. But it's good that the boys keep pushing each other. Good group of us there.
But you must get sick of each other in the nicest possible way.
100%. Playing the same boys week in, week out. I mean, it can get a bit boring, but it's still a good challenge either way. Always.
Well, we do have enthusiastic support now for Joel Arscott and Paul, and Joel's father in Brisbane. Of course, the support there as well. So a couple of points to lead now. Just having to grind it through. You haven't decided to do a dirty mo like Paul at all?
No,
Elijah?
can't grow one yet. Don't have the ability yet. If I could, I probably still wouldn't. But
Well, last year you did have the mullet, and then you went
Yeah.
skinhead, so
Yeah.
all nice. Great change of direction. Yeah, that's much better play from Evan Williams.
yeah, using his angles a lot better. Very clinical from Joel so far, though. He hasn't given much away.
No argument on that one. So when you're playing down one particular wall, how many is too many? You know, like you playing down a forehand wall or down a backhand, is it just
Yeah,
too
I mean,
many, or
depends how well you're hitting them. If you're gluing them to the sidewall, then keep it up, and if your
That's
opponent's
it.
struggling with it, then keep it up. But yeah, you definitely want to. You don't want to stay. You don't want to be predictable. You want to
Right.
change things up.
because I guess your opposition gets into
Yeah.
that rhythm as well.
Yeah, and they'll just be looking to cut off the straight ball. So definitely need to vary it.
Well, we do have the 3-point lead, and the pressure in many ways, I mean, you've got Evan who's down by 3 points, but the pressure in many ways is also on Joel. He knows he can finish this in 3 points. It's just he's got the patience here, and that ball trapped at the back. So a little bit of a comeback. Last couple of points there for Evan Williams. This is, they're all vital points, but this one in particular. A nice little fight back of 3 points in a row for Evan Williams. What has he done special in these last 3 points, Russia? Anything in particular?
3 forehand winners, isn't it?
Yep.
So very showing his strength on his forehand, probably gaining a bit of confidence as well. So, again,
Oh,
tight forehand ball. So
well, it's turned around from 8-5 to now 9-8.
quick change of momentum for sure. Joel seems to be going away from his plan a little bit, heading a lot towards Jack.
That's the call. Agreeable?
It was a good shot. Bit tougher to see from down here, but so they're both blocking my view. But I saw the ball rolling, so wouldn't.
Because in so many ways, it's are you going straight across, or are you going forward to get it, or can you go back to get it?
Yeah, it's obviously
You know, that's the options. Ooh. Okay, no real argument there.
You can't afford it at this stage of the game, really.
Yeah.
So just get on with it.
So it is the second game point. Or game point for the second game. So it's starting to get a bit more physical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more body. So I've got a lead on this one. And it was interesting in the women's final, there was maybe 2 or 3 questions. As soon as we get to the men's, most points. Ooh, got behind him. That's a good point. Great point to finish off that game. And Elijah, what was so special about that one? Was it the patience?
Put a lot of work into Evan in that rally, but yeah, I think if I was in Evan's corner at the moment, I'd just be time to try and vary it a bit more.
And back in now for this, the third game of the men's final. And at the moment, well, Joel Arscott with that 2-game-to-love lead. He's got to be happy. I mean, it's it's not over yet, is it, Elijah? Particularly against Evan Williams.
Yeah, definitely not.
Just 2-game-to-love lead is certainly a huge bonus. He's been playing very smart.
There he is.
Was that Aaron coming through the speaker somewhere?
He's joined the party. I was missing him. See if that changes things.
Who knows? Another long point to start a game and keeping his head well there. So next week, Eden Epsom tournament, and that's your old club, that is your current club.
Home club, yeah.
Yep. So that'll be good for you. You'll know every centimetre of the court.
Yeah, definitely. Second home.
Yeah. So what age did you start playing?
I was about 8, so 10 years ago.
Was that because of family, or what was the reason?
My older brother played. So just got into it. Copied him a bit. I'll beat him now. So.
What age did you start beating him?
About 15, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, he got into it a bit later.
Right.
Yeah, solid B1.
Right, well, pretty warm on the court at the moment. A lot more humid in Auckland today than yesterday. And interesting that yesterday in his matches, Evan Williams was really trying to race through his points and just get things as quick as possible, particularly against Lars Bedos. But he knew he had to win the fitness level anyway, so just trying to race it through. Today, taking his time, trying to be a bit more measured. Joel likes to get on with things. And your thoughts on that one, was it?
Yeah, definitely straight. Popped out quite a bit. Bounced by Evan's feet, so...
I mean, if Joel had swung his racket back, it would have been... Well,
Yeah, it's definitely well on the way.
oh, nice recovery.
He's even doing it right-handed as well.
So getting an explanation there from the officials. That's good play. So that was smart play. He was up near the wall.
Good angle. Go on back.
And very happy about getting that one back. However, we still have Joel Arscott with a 5-2 lead. Well, he's not talking quite as much as Lars Bedos would on the court, but still.
I don't think anyone does.
No. Oh, that's a great recovery. Thought it was a winner. That's a nice recovery there by Joel. He was on the ground effectively and got back up, and then the error. And this is apparently, if you lose early, you have to do the sweeping.
Yeah.
So both the Chalisi boys have had to do the sweeping over the last couple of days as their punishment for losing early. But yeah, certainly just forced the error by getting down to the ground there and getting back up. Probably put a little bit of 2 lines
Yeah.
for even then he played too much.
Yeah.
So nice sweeping, except he forgot one thing. Oh, he's great. He's put it back, so it's okay. And we're now ready. Just put it right in the middle of our view.
Yeah.
Well, for Evan, okay, there's a couple of calls going your way, but probably just get on with it. Might be better for him rather than bring it up. I mean, I know it's emotional when you want to get another call.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a distraction. He's got to try and focus on the task ahead.
It's good play. And for Joel Arscott, he's made it through to the final here. In fact, he hasn't lost a game yet. No sets. And Evan Williams was a 4 against Lance Beatles and a 5 earlier in the day as well. So he's had plenty of squash. But Joel Arscott, the least amount of games lost. We're down by 3 points and now creeping back up. And there's Joel just taking his time. Okay, so we do have a lead there. I think we're almost waiting, like the players, what's the call going to be? They've put a little bit of indecision in our minds. Yeah, so second let there. And a few comments from the crowd. I think that was Aaron again. But that's the thing. If it puts indecision in our minds, what's it doing to the refs as well?
Yeah, definitely.
So from 3-6 down now, 6-all.
Similar to last game, but scraped his way back into it. He's just going to stay with it now.
So the thing is there, where was Joel going to go? But then how was Evan going to get into that corner?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you kind of weigh it up.
Stand let, His interference.
It certainly wasn't intentional from Joel, but he's got to try and get out of the way as best he can.
Go, Joel! Go, Joel!
So we've had a bit of a stalemate here in the third game. A little bit of a fight back from Evan Williams, and then about 3 or 4 lets, I suppose, there. And finally, Evan Williams takes the lead from 3-6 down to now 7-6. So Elijah, now that you're looking at things a different way, from either on the court, I mean, if you were on the court, if you were Joel, of course you're going to think of it your way, but if you were on the court then, as Evan...
Yeah, I mean... It was,
Sorry, I'm putting these difficult questions to you.
Yeah, no, it was... I mean, ball was loose, but he did milk it a bit too much,
Because it is always interesting when you...
Yeah, he definitely gave Joel a good bear hug then.
Yeah.
Milked it a bit too much.
Because you see that at the top level PSA guys. And maybe it's just my mentality. If someone kept on doing that to me, I'd accidentally put my elbow in their face. I don't know, it's probably not allowed in the rules, but...
Knee to the calf or something like that.
Yeah. One thing that I'm seeing here with Joel is a little bit of maturity in the way he's holding himself.
Yeah, he's stayed composed throughout all his matches, really.
Because
this one as well.
We have seen him ask a little bit sort of frustrated and question a lot and really get annoyed.
Yeah, definitely. No, he's definitely helping his cause as well, staying composed. Great shot.
Very whippy backhand that just
Yeah.
transferred the speed through the racket very quickly. So we've got a few supporters of both players here coming through online. Feel free to voice your opinion. There's a few people that like the calls, a few people that haven't. Did that touch the line?
Looked out
I'm
to
gonna-
me.
Yeah.
No doubt there'll be a question.
I think it kissed the line, not by much, but it looked to have touched it.
Tough to not play at least.
Wow.
See how Joel handles it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We don't quite have the Hawkeye technology as in the Australian Open.
Definitely not. Would be nice though.
Mind you, we are dealing with such a small ball compared to a tennis ball. I don't think Evan can really claim anything there because it looked pretty.
Come on, Joel.
And I think Evan Williams tends to have a lot of cousins around the country.
All the Wellington boys.
Yeah. They're all related. Ooh, gee, that hit the top of the glass, somehow came back. There didn't seem to be much in that full stop.
Yeah, a little bit of interference, but
Well, there you go. That is a game ball, a match ball, and just well done so far anyway to John, just for keeping his head and just really staying very steady.
yeah, he's been much more composed, much more clinical, much more steady.
Yeah, real maturity coming in for this, the first tournament of the year.
Yeah.
People had a little bit of a break and maybe a couple of months. Well, nice change of direction. Well, it's not over yet.
Definitely not.
This is the real mental test. You can see that Evan's trying to get on with it really quickly in this one. Oh. A little tangle. And just suddenly,
Yeah.
Evans.
The flick of the switch.
Quick.
Yeah. Quick to serve and change the momentum.
Now, you wouldn't want to be refereeing this one, would you?
Nah,
When you're getting things like that. You'd be calling a lot of lets, wouldn't you?
yeah, definitely.
If you call a stroke one way, you pretty much got to call it to the other player as well at some stage. Yeah. This is where pressure comes in.
Definitely.
I mean, the shot was on.
Yeah.
Oh, the ball was coming back so quick then. Hard to know again.
Very loose ball, but
Right into that back corner, ball staying low. Evan perhaps could have moved forward a little bit.
ball died off a lot.
Oh, the stroke. So that's 2 match balls. That one in particular, he had to work his way into that point to remain in it. And
Scrambling and then
that's better play. So we're going 4, or are we remaining at a win in 3? We've had 2 opportunities.
Very difficult. It's good to see Evan using his experience and digging deep here. Very tough call though.
I think that's got to go to Joel. Yep. I think there was a fair call to go to Joel.
Maybe could have taken a slightly different line. Look for Joel a bit too much.
So what's the longest tiebreak you can recall that you played?
I think I had a 22-20.
Oh, that's kind of painful.
Wills Donnelly,
Oh, gosh.
New Zealand Junior Open. It was quite a long set.
Yeah.
Gabe was playing a match next door and he finished his whole match before we finished our set. First set.
That's good stuff. I think Evan changed direction. That was fine, but he just gave the ball too short.
Yeah, it wasn't wide enough.
So this is match point number 3. That's it, Joel. Just carry on. That's a good shot. I mean, were you willing to call that a stroke as the referee?
Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to rely on refs to get points in,
Yeah, exactly.
in the big
that's
points.
It's a fair call.
Be trying to do all that he can to play the ball because you don't want to rely on them.
What are we up to? Let number 3 now at match point again?
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that neither of us are going to be PSA officials ever.
Come on, Rick. Let's get all of it. Come on, Joe.
I think the match between Emma Miller and Shelley Kitchen, which went 5, was probably quicker than this particular game.
Yeah. A lot of lets.
Yeah, this one, I think this is our 4th, maybe the 5th around about this score. And remembering that we are still in the 3rd game. It can either be finished off in a couple of points here, or it can continue to 4 or 5. Alright, that was a nice straight. That's the quickest point we've had all match.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I'm pretty decisive, right? I'll just finish it. So that was match point number 4. And held off.
Come on, Joe.
You know, when it hits that join, nothing's going to come out. So finally we have a game point the other way round to Evan Williams. I think that's the first one that we've had now. Okay, well, we are going 4. That's after 4. It's after 4 game match balls. And you're going to regret that I asked you to do this, aren't you, Elijah?
No, definitely not. It's exciting.
Into game number 4 of the men's final. And it is 2 games to 1 to Joel Arscott. And even before a ball has been hit in this, the 4th, we have a discussion. That's Janet Uday as the ref today. And I guess it sort of starts out the 4th game and a bit of a test between the officials and player already.
Yeah. But, yeah,
And I'm sure you've seen a couple of messages here, Elijah, about the boys keeping their shirts on.
yeah.
Oh, they're on the court, it's just off the court division.
Fair enough. Daughter's watching. But yeah, you want to see that from the refs. They want to have as much clarity as possible, so
Yeah.
the players know what they should be doing.
Do you like an official talking to you, or just saying, let, stroke, score?
Yeah, I'd rather know. So
Okay.
for next time, I'd know what I can do differently to
But
change
is
the
that really
outcome.
is that really going to change you? The official saying you should
Well,
be doing
if
this or
they're
that?
clear enough, a lot of the times, or sometimes they're not clear,
Okay.
and when your mind's racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour, it makes it a bit more unclear as well. But laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Wellington thing, I think.
Great hole.
That's much better. Play. Just these last couple of points, he's pushed himself forward and have been into a position where he can actually control the point a lot more.
Joel's just giving him a few more opportunities as well.
A nice fast start so far for this, the fourth game for Evan Williams in particular. So a lot of talking going on with as to the officials in this, the fourth. Remembering that in the third game, Arscott had 4 match balls. A nice fight back from Evan Williams. Great recovery there from Joel Arscott in this one so far. And we have some supporters for Evan who say they'll die of a heart attack. No, don't do that. Maybe just take something.
Put a lot of work into Joel's legs in that rally.
Yeah. And Joel just taking his time, which is fair enough.
Evan's stepping up a lot more confident, so Joel's going to have to reset.
And it looks as though we've got Daniel Sharpland. Great to have you tuning in. A little bit of a player in his time. And the advice to have a gin so there's no heart attacks. Well, don't have too many because then you may have a heart attack. But great to have everybody coming through and enjoying. And 4 match balls saved by Evan Williams in the third game. So just a little bit of an error there from Evan Williams. Allows Joel Arscott back in. Down by 2 or 3 points now, just the one. Now back to even Stephen. Well, I did call it even Steven, but oops, I was wrong on that one. Gee, I need a replay as well. I've accidentally called it 6-all, it's not, it's 7-5. I think,
Good way for Joel to try and...
and the biggest applause so far to the one that's Rossi. And,
Star of the show.
but this is the thing, it is a little bit easy to miss a ball not up, or even sometimes the tin, the noise of the court as well. And from just here, you're seeing an angle, which I guess referees are high, and then when you're a player, you're in there, and you see everybody's seeing things slightly different.
Yeah.
Had to work pretty hard for that point. Been interesting to watch that throughout this particular fourth game, that Joel has really had to fight back all the time. He's never really had a lead, and he's had to struggle to come back all the time. He's always been that 1 or 2 points behind. Currently 1 point behind.
Opposite from what we saw in the past few games.
Yeah, exactly.
He's started well.
Oh. So yes, led on that one. I think Evan was almost surprised that Joel managed to get the ball right in the forehand corner. Gee, he left it late, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a good dig out.
That's a good shot. And the thing was there, Joel was maybe expecting or hoping for another drop, and then Evan was able to flick it across court. Well, he's turned this around and now game ball, and this the fourth. Well, not too much of a discussion there from Evan. I think he knew that he was...
That's too good of a shot. Joel play through that. It's tough to play that.
Oh. Yeah, I think that was too good. I think he was always stretching throughout that whole point, wasn't he? Well, just as we mentioned, Lance beat us off air. He comes in, he's watching. Lance, great to have you. You just think of that opportunity that you had yesterday against Evan Williams. This could have been you. I'm not sure about the 5 games, but we've gone into 5 games now in this particular final. And I think, Elijah, it's difficult to say who's going to win, although does the experience of Evan come through a bit more now?
Yeah, I think it does. I think Lance has put me on the spot. Asked me for a prediction. I have to go with Evan at the moment just because the momentum's with him. But it'll definitely be close. I'd say looking at it's put me on the spot. I'd say 11-8. 11-8. But Joel can prove me wrong.
Yeah, well, we thought we had it over in 3.
Yeah, true. Tough. Very tough question from Albay there. Definitely.
So what do you say to yourself when you have a tough 5-set loss?
Tough 5-set loss.
I mean, you just have to take a breath and go outside and get some fresh air.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, you put in the hard yards and you just fell short. But there's always a lot of learning. There's obviously some stuff you've done right to get the 2 games. Things to work on as well. But yeah, it's definitely tough to take a bit of time after, pull yourself down. Yeah, I think Aileen's right there. We should get a prediction from Lance as well.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Lance is now not.
Thanks, Aileen.
Lance is asking for your prediction as well, an actual score.
Yeah.
And, oh, where did that shot come from?
Good to see John was making an effort playing through the interference. Good job.
There you go.
Don't be late for training. I won't.
Okay, so Elijah Thomas is not allowed to be late for training. And
Lance is always late though.
And Lance is predicting that Evan will get this. Well, at the moment he has a decent lead.
He's looking strong, so Joel's looking a bit flatter.
He just seems to have lost a little bit of energy in his movement at the moment. And that's one of those shots that we're just talking about. The energy just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, he's getting a bit rattled as well. So.
Oh.
Routine failure. Very sure. Evan's really finding his range as well. He's found it in that last set. Shots are going in really nicely.
And you can see Joel's just having to reach a bit more. The footwork isn't quite getting him where he wants to be. He's just having to reach and lunge. He doesn't want to do that.
Putting in a lot of hard yards.
I think the ball had gone past you, or you weren't going to get to it by then.
Reset, John, reset.
Yeah, I think Tim will set it right. Tim will set it right.
Yeah.
John needs to reset here. Try and up the
Forget
body.
about everything else.
Yeah, up the body language. Try and get some intensity back like we had in the first few seconds.
And so now we've got the 8-1 lead.
Lance's prediction.
Yeah.
Looking good. A bit better than mine. It's quite lucky we didn't have a third and fourth playoff today.
Just a very good controlling of that point there by Evan Williams. And even Rod Bannister was calling Lance a veteran. He is under 30, but okay.
Yeah.
Fair call though. Oh. Wow. Look at that. This fifth game is decisive. And good play by Evan Williams. There we go. And he's happy with that. And winning in 5. So disappointment there for Joel Arscott. He had the 4 game balls, match balls. And Elijah, you've got to say the experience came through in the end.